Jay and Breaker. Take it away, guys.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Benjamin Breaker Novotny. Recently, I've rebranded to Binge HD, and alongside me is going to be the one, the only Switchblade Jay. Now would be a very good time to point out all of our partners and sponsors. That would, of course, be Twitch, Olympus, Razer, of course, Razer Arena, more specifically, and last but not least, it's going to be CSGO Lounge. It's been a while since I've casted, and I'd say that Switchblade Jay is probably feeling up to par and ready to go with this match. How are you feeling about this, Jay?
Well, I'm working off about half-hour sleep. I just woke up, so just another standard day in the office here. We're going to be seeing Signature taking the CT side to start things off on Train. Machine Gun's already fallen. We've got ourselves a smoke on NCL, who looks like he's going to be firing that one out towards the B site to block off the cross between the bomb train and the other two. And it looks like it's probably just going to be the B execution coming on here. Signature already going to start the rotations immediately off. Two players are out there. Genius tapping away with the USP, but he's not going to find anything. Giggs is also just going to spot out no information whatsoever. They're going to get the bomb down very quickly, and KB is going to go ahead and challenge. He's going to get taken down back to a 3-on-5. Finally, STK on 4 HP is going to get finished off by Dabu. Takes a second nicely onto Genius, back to a 3-on-3 situation. Look, they're just falling like flies at this point. Dabu going to find himself the 4K. Will he find it? Yes, he will. Headshot comes in, and that is going to be the cleanup coming in for the Mongols.
Yeah, I mean, that... I don't know what to call this this round other than a blunder of the aim battles coming from Signature CSGO. I'm not too doubtful of the prediction coming in from the analyst desk about this ending 2-0 map score in favor of the Mongols. I'd say that I'm probably 60-40, 60% being it ending in a 1-1. But taking us straight into this round, we can see that the Mongols are going to be now spending a large amount of resources on 4 UMPs and 1 AK-47. Full buy on Dobu there since he's got the money to do so. That's what $1,200 in addition to $3,250 is going to get you off the back of every round. Or rather, off the back of this round, the pistol round. We can already see a slight of hand coming in from Signature's STK as he gets the opening frag. Togu's going to return, however, in the form of Genius. Dobu's going to be holding the ground at the rear. Now we're going to be seeing the execution coming in with the bomb being planted. Now they just need to play the aim game and they should be fine.
2-on-4 coming on through here, and once again, this Mongol just mopping things up. There's actually a small amount of HP over on their side, but it's not going to matter as KB comes in and Tor's not looking the right way. I think that was a bit of a risky round coming in. You can see the health just now on the right-hand side of your screen. Very low amounts there. So Mongols losing out a few aim deals that they probably shouldn't have done. Of course, Signature taking that first pick. And I think, honestly, just a sloppy conversion round for Mongols. They will get it eventually, and that will force Signature into an eco, so they're probably not swaying it too much. But I kind of want to see how that does, how that sort of like form kind of affects the later part of the game as we do enter our second conversion round for the Mongols side. They're going to go rush A very quickly. Rolex first man challenging. Dobu is going to get that first early tag damage, and this one should just be an easy cleanup with the MAC-10s coming on through. 1 kill, 2 kills for NCL. Genius, Rolex, and STK. Well, just now Genius are left alone in a 1 versus 5. Not much that you can do here. Mongols should have their third.
Yeah, that was just a paycheck that they take to the bank. Now they're going to spend the rest of this round trying to take care of their utility bills, and they should be just fine. But all things considered, I'd say that they're feeling rather fantastic. Jay, are you still there?
Yes, I am still here,
okay.
And I believe the Go TV has died. I'm not sure if this is the same what we're seeing on the studio. Yeah, on our end over on the internet in the UK and over in sorry, hang on. Yeah, this
we
is
were
given
a Go TV from HLTV, so I'm gonna try that out for a minute. Hang on just a second. And
yeah, just bear with us 1 second. From what we understand, it has died in the studio as well. So we do apologize.
All right, so
gets back in.
HLTV looks like it's working just fine. I'm not sure about the delay on this relay, but now it looks like we are diving straight into round 4. Signature CSGO finally have rifles on the board. It's going to be 4 helmetless rifles, but of course, facing up against the terrorist side, a helmet is almost pointless unless there's a metal surface between you and the crosshairs that's pointed at your noggin. Very light on utilities right now, so Mongols could probably delay for more time and execution as the round continues, and that being said, Looks like we have an execution. Not any execution coming in just yet. They're playing by pick, which is a wise decision to do on the enemy team's first rifle round. You there, Jay?
Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah, don't worry.
Okay.
I got this. 2 UMPs out for the Mongols. Definitely the better buy on the signature side, but they've proven themselves to be extremely good with the rifles in this case. However, it will be Rolex that takes the first pick onto KB, shuts him down towards Pop Dog, and already once again shades of the second round. First pick to the favour of Signature CSGO, but this time it's a little bit more understandable now. NCL peeking close range spots at the gun barrel. STK is going to take that kill when, well, suddenly this turns into a 3-on-5, and it's going to be a 35-second push coming in over towards the A side. This one should be pretty locked down, nice and easy. Giggs takes the kill, and once again it's going to be Machine Gun and Sugo in a 2-on-5 situation. Only 15 HP on one, 97 on the other. And this is going to get, well, pretty wrecked pretty easily for the Mongols side. They're going to have to retreat. I think they're already calling it in as a save, if not maybe a split A push, but even that's most unlikely here. Only one player goes down for Signature, and a great round from the CT side to start things off. Their rifle round works extremely well.
Indeed. Checking things out now from the Mongols' perspective, they've got 2 players left alive. They gain no finances off the back of this, and it looks like they might be able to pull together some sort of a buy. Yeah, they should be able to pull together a buy off the back of this round. Sorry, stupid statement coming in from me. Not entirely sure about the pause coming in here, but could be tactical, could be technical. Time will tell. If a player disconnects, then we'll know it's technical. Otherwise, I think everything is just fine and dandy for the time being. So wait and see.
I imagine it would be technical. Yeah. I do believe, because I mean at this point, I mean what strategy can you really talk here at this particular point? Yeah, just a small technical pause. We're getting the confirmations coming on through. Because I mean, you know, when you're 3-1 down, you know, it's just going to be a small technical pause at this point, just to kind of fix a couple of different teething issues, particularly in this matchup. As you can see, we're ready to go unpause and we're ready to get back into this one. So, I mean, it is what it is. It's just a small pause, and now we will see the buy-ups coming on through. AWP on tour in particular is something that we'll keep an eye on for the Signature side over on their CTs. Mongols also buying in hard. Potential reset that could come in from Signature, but they have saved 2 AKs from the last round.
So checking the situation at hand right now, Signature is looking more fearsome than they ever have to this point in time in round number 5. And that is something that the Mongols are going to have to work with very carefully, because checking out the finances in the bank, they should have, you know, if they had to next round, if they were to lose this round, they could pull together something of a buy. It wouldn't be magnificent, it wouldn't be perfect. There would be an odd man out in the way of finances. Probably carries only a Tech 9 with or without armor. But that's just black and white if we see the Mongols all die with no players left alive at the end of it. Positioning wise right now, we can see a couple of players going up by ladder room, might drop down into Pop Dog very soon. KB's just, I mean, Cabal rather, is taking some shots at windows, perhaps trying to set the stage that he wants to, or make the enemy team think that he wants to throw some nades out there. And, well, that got interesting. That escalated quickly. It looks like there's a round reset of some sort.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's particularly going on. It looks like we've got another quick technical pause. If we can get some information about that, then we will relay it to you. Of course, this Southeast Asian games have kind of been a little bit notorious for having these technical issues. So once again, we do apologise. We'll get back into this one as soon as we can. But I mean, yeah, talking about that Mongol setup, it looks like they were going to try for what seemed to be an execution over towards the A side, which made a whole lot of sense. You know, we can see a lot of smokes that they did kind of have could have been useful, in particular to blocking off the gaps in between the trains and over towards electric box, trying to get themselves that bomb plant pretty quickly, because that was kind of what screwed them in the last round, holding it down, losing those picks, and waiting for a chance into the round. And at the end of the day, it just ran out of time, and that allowed Signature to keep things up. So by the looks of things, Mongols were trying to go for a bit of a quicker play, have a little bit more time to get themselves into the site and back into the round. Which for them, you know, it's kind of a pretty key play. They kind of need to think about doing finding rounds like that, because 3-1 down, there's potential for reset. Signature have already got their rifles, so the Mongols have definitely a lot of potential to lose this early lead here.
Yeah, and if we hit tab right now, we can see that 3 of the players on Mongols are well above 200 ping right now. This leads me to believe that they're at some kind of a training house while NCL Meister is joining them on raid call or some other kind of voice IP in this game. So this makes me think that maybe they've got some kind of well, they've obviously got a lag issue, but the question is what's really hit them at this point in time.
It looks like also a player has dropped out for the Mongols as well. So, yeah, just a couple of
Machine Gun.
internet tech issues. Yeah, Machine Gun is currently out of the server. He was having issues at the beginning before we begun the match. So, yeah, once again, just those teething issues after this pause. It kind of should go dandy. Fingers crossed. No guarantees, of course. We never know when a technical issue could happen because, after all, it's not a CSGO tournament if something doesn't go horribly wrong at least one point during the tournament. So, for Mongols, well, once these internet issues do sort themselves out, we can get back into this one. But, yeah, just talking about these two teams in particular, both these teams, I believe, played yesterday, and both of them won their series. So, for all intents, you know, especially for like the Mongols in particular, like since they're sitting currently pretty high in the standings, this could potentially be their chance to overtake everybody in the league and take that first place early on. And Signature as well, they're trying to hold on to that place because they currently are in first.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about recent performances of both teams. The Mongols actually took first prize at a LAN in Malaysia back in November. This was... what was it? It was sponsored by MSI. Production was run by ESL. Red Eye was a part of the tournament. But... oh, no, I'm sorry. It was sponsored by Asus. The fact of the matter is they took first prize without Machine Gun even being present on their roster, which speaks to the power of their, at least, coordination as a team without their star player. And, the Mongols Machine Gun, I've been following this player more or less for like a year and a half. It's been a huge hiatus the past 6 months for me as I've been busy with other things. But, what I can tell you is he seems to have this flavor of a player that makes people think that he's a little bit like simple in some regards. That is to say, he's an amazing opper as well as an amazing rifleman. So he's basically a hybrid player. Speaking to Signature CSGO, they recently took first prize at a LAN that took place back in December, and this one was in Thailand. Most of the teams were all Thai, and they came in they came in first prize in the grand finals over Made in Thailand, and that was a 2-0 in the grand finals for them. So this is why I kind of give it a little bit of leeway of leaning towards a 1-1 end map score for tonight's match. But that being said, it's still anyone's game, and the Mongols have definitely gotten a very, very strong start to this match.
A great start from them. Two very reputable teams, of course, Signature. Playing a few matches, having themselves a decent rise here in the tournament. But we'll see how things could potentially change. Like I have said, you know, this one could drop at the drop of a dime. And honestly, I feel like Mongols, you know, are probably the stronger team, honestly, by comparison to how Signature have kind of been doing. They've had a lot of tier 2 decent finishes in the Asian scene. And, you know, I just kind of want to get your thoughts on, you know, your own predictions for this matchup. Because we've already heard the deaths, but we kind of don't often get to share our thoughts on who we think is going to win this one. Personally, I think Mongols can take this one very easily 2-0. But what about you?
I definitely want to say it could most likely end 2-0. I've already stated my score preference though, leaning in about 60% that it's going to end 1-1, but the Mongols have shown us that just about anything is possible. I remember their performance as well as seeing Machine Gun face to face, and the rest of the team face to face for that matter at IEM Taipei 2016. That was perhaps one of the most surreal moments of my life. This is a team that I had been following at the time for only a few months. I was a big fan of watching them, casting back for Mixbot way back then. And I remember just thinking to myself, these guys, I think they're going to go somewhere one day. Like, and by God, they did it. It feels like they get one championship from one minor yearly at the very least, and there's nothing wrong with that. Especially considering how few tournaments there are in the Asia region as a whole. These guys have made it to the IEM World Championships of 2016, which in and of itself is no easy feat. When they were there, they did not take even a single map, not even a... You know, they didn't make it past 8 rounds versus any of the top tier teams that they were facing off against. Na'Vi, Virtus Pro, all those guys, everyone else in between during the round robin stage. But to be honest, I think that was their first major event. And that being said, teams like, at the time, Luminosity Gaming, now present SK, told them that they have to come together and they just have to, you know, work on their team play. There's no reason for any roster changes, but there have been some roster changes, for better or for worse, in the past year for this team. And I think the addition of Machine Gun coming back to the team is definitely for the better. He rejoined only back in December.
We are
So,
just currently
waiting for
yeah, Machine Gun to get himself sorted out. He does look like he's joined the server. Slight money issue. He's only got $800 at the moment, which I don't think is accurate. They're probably just trying to reset that and bring it back to a more accurate number. But it looks like the technical issues have kind of sorted themselves out here for the side of the Mongolian team. But I'm hearing that we are about to go live here, so we should be back into this one very, very quickly. Of course, we do apologize for the delays, but it happens. Of course, it's just something. It's just something that kind of happens. So, TheMongolZ versus Signature. Round 5 is about to come to fruition. We will be seeing, I think, the AWP out for Tor in this matchup. He did have it out earlier on before the pause. And the TheMongolZ, well, once again, that utility-based buy with the AKs. Look to see if they can set up towards A site. Potentially could change up their strategy again this second time around, but we will see how they do want to play it out. As now the match is unpaused, and we are ready to get back into this one here.
Yeah, it took us about 5 to 10 minutes, but this is, if you're going to be a part of CS:GO in Asia, this is inevitably a fact that's, you know, you just have to live with. Unfortunately, it's like bad weather. You can't predict it, and when it happens, you have to deal with it. So 5th round, finally getting back on the board for the team, and it looks like this is now going to be what play coming in from both sides. It's going to be Dobu getting a headshot, open things up. He's going to get some... Well, he's going to be reinforced by Tobu there on the execute. We're going to be seeing Tor getting a double kill with that AWP. Machine Gun coming in to shut him down, getting himself a double kill, showing how much he can flex and carry his teammates. Now, last man standing is all geniuses, and this round is all but lost. Where there's a hope, there's a way, or where there's a will, there's a way, rather. And it looks like he's going to get himself a double. Can he get the triple-ended defuse? We're about to find out. He's not looking in the right direction, reloading. Oh!
Well, that almost went very well for Signature in that particular case, but fortunately NCL just had the flank to shut him back down before he was able to get anything more done. Genius. Good double kill at least, clutch situation. Almost had it together, but not to be. Here we are 4th round level for TheMongolZ, and Signature should be reset here. Deagle will come out from Genius at least. CZ UMP. Well, so the force buy will be in play for the most part. A bit of a quasi more than a full. Well, actually, no, it is actually a full-on force. There's very little money to work with for the Signature side in this particular matchup. 3 UMPs, 1 M4, 1 CZ, and all TheMongolZ in a very good position, all things considered. Tor almost landed a kill on Machine Gun there, and that could have been absolutely disastrous for Signature, for TheMongolZ, excuse me. But it will be 5 HP on Machine Gun to start things off, takes that first pick. And now TheMongolZ, well, they're just going to be shutting down any aggression that Signature decide to throw at them. Rolex goes into Pop Dog, gets taken out, and now we're in a 3-on-5 situation, which TheMongolZ should just have total control of here.
Yeah, I just wanted to state that at the beginning, or rather the end of that last round, it wasn't the end of the world. It wasn't the worst possible scenario coming in from Signature CS:GO. The fact that they had lost this round probably would have been even worse if they had won round 3 and then simply, or they did rather, and then simply lost the next round. They would have gone flat broke at that point. But now in this situation, they can afford SMGs. They've got something of a fighting chance, although it's very low. And that is, well, definitely gone. Almost definitely gone. Now with only Giggs being alive with a UMP, Incendiary, and Smoke, it's most likely not going his way. And TheMongolZ, all they have to do is pay their utility bills, and they are back. You can hear the ambulance coming in for Signature CS:GO right now, if I'm not mistaken.
I was going to point that out, actually.
Yeah, I hate the place that I live. I hate the place that I live. I really do. It's difficult to sleep at night here.
Oh dear, man, that's really gonna suck. Fortunately, I'm in a suburban city, so I haven't got any of that to worry about. So, Signature. Only pistols, of course, for Spy. Leaves them at no money to work with. P250 is all they've got. No armor, no utility. This one should be another standard anti-eco coming in from the Mongolian team, as they do look to execute very quickly over towards the B site, not wasting any time. They know their position of advantage is an advantage already. First pick goes in the favour of Zero Genius. up by frag grenades, 21 HP. Suga gets himself a double to take him down with a headshot. Bomb's still out towards the back of the side. They're not going to plant too quickly. They're just going to try and mop up the kills. It will be SDK that does get one back, try and run away with that rifle, but not going to find anything. Tor's tapping away, but again, this is a round that Signature just cannot win. Good headshots come in. They managed to pick two. The SDK, 11 HP, 3 kills. It's damn near impossible. He's got the information, but Machine Gun, once he peeks out, it takes 1 bullet, and that should kill it right there. There we are. Machine Gun takes the final kill, and we are up 6-1 to the favor of Mongols.
But I mean, still, given what they had like almost not invested into this round, Signature CS:GO, that is, 2 kills is pretty good, given that they all had USPs or maybe 1 or 2 upgraded pistols. Because you're talking about trading less than $500 worth of finances to take down 2 players that have maybe $4,800, $4,700 worth of equipment on them, and then they have to buy it back the next round. So definitely keeps MongolZ economy from growing out of control, but it's not an economy breaker, if you will. This round might be.
We're seeing the full buy-ups coming out from both, so yeah, like you said, might be a case. Mongolian side once again take liberties out towards the Ivy area. Pop Dog main a little bit more, but for the most part, going to play passive. They realise that there is a lot of rifles potentially on the Signature side. Not as much as you would like to see. You can see the full flashbangs is all they have on the CT side, and not much more than that. So they can use that to just blind off Mongols, keep them at bay for a little bit longer, but not much more than that. No particular amount of setup or damage doing a utility that can be used. The Mongols, 5 pieces of smoke can set up a very nice execution coming in, which by the looks of things that is what they might end up doing over towards the A site. It is going to be the smokes going out towards the trains, and now it will be the push coming on through, but SDK's got a good angle, takes down the first. NCL going to try and take down Rolex, but a double kill comes in from SDK. It's all been for a ruse, though. They've pulled the CTs away from the B site, and now they will get a bomb plot in a 3-on-3, a 2-on-3, as Sugo gets 1 more kill down to 11 HP, smoking off the connected area. SDK going aggressive, Machine Gun's going to take down 1 more headshot, 2k for him. Tor gets Sugu, and now it's a 1 versus 2, which should be, well, sort of likely here. Machine Gun gets himself out of dodge before he goes down. But Tor, I think he's already thrown in the tower back towards Connector. No, maybe not. He actually sprays down KB, taking him down to just 79 HP. Still watching out for any information that he can. Flashbangs out, but it will be KB that takes the spray and takes the kill for the 7th round. The last round before they take a half on the board for the Mongols.
Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. In this situation, Mongols as a team, their profits only reach about $3,000 to $4,000, if I'm not mistaken. That doesn't mean that each player makes $3,000 to $4,000. That just means when you split that up by 5 people, it's like $800 profit. So, that being said, it's not entirely god-awful, the round coming in from Mongols, but still nearly eats up all of the expenses that it took to get them that win. And it still keeps Signature CS:GO on the back ropes, and economically speaking, in situations like this where they only have upgraded pistols.
Yeah, not much to work with all in all here for the Signature side. Maybe close range fights is what they can take, and actually it will be STK that takes the first over towards T-Con. Machine Gun goes falling, and now Mongols, well, they will start to head their way over towards the B site instead. There's going to be Suga that takes the first. Tor's hanging down, but look at Giggs. He finds 1 kill, almost connects the spray onto the second, but still going to be trading pretty even for these guys. Actually, Signature getting those first few picks up to Mongols to trade it out, which they can do so easily, but finally, they find themselves an advantage, and Rolex is going to be left alone in a 1 versus 3 to try and close things out. Tags up 1, looking for those headshots, but he's just not finding it whatsoever. Mongols in such a good position. Suga's actually going to go falling. He's got himself an AK, and it looks like he's going to try for this retake. He's got to go quick because he's got no defuse kit, but look at the health on the Mongolian side here. Dobu and KB on 8 and 16 HP. This could be so good for Rolex. It won't be the reload coming on through. Only 1 bullet. Oh my god, it's not going to happen. KB finds him out there and sprays him down. 8 rounds on the board for the Mongolian side. Signature would have lost their CT.
Well, I mean, that's got to be the moment where you're just like, oh no, did I really just make that mistake? You know what I'm talking about?
I think he barely realized, honestly, and I think he barely had a chance to realize as he tried to connect that spray over. He died by the time he landed that first shot. So I don't think any of the Signature side even realized that was going to be the case first. So it's just an unfortunate situation for him. Probably couldn't have won that aim duel anyway, but it will be Mongols holding on just by a little thread.
Indeed. Well, here we are now. We do see that Signature does have 2 AWPs and 3 M4s coming out this time around. Let's go ahead and highlight the fact that Mongols have already won the first half. Technically speaking, they've gotten away with 8 rounds, which is far above threshold on Terrorist side, considering this has typically been a CT-sided map, and every team has their own practice regimens going with this map. That being said, Tor knows of the enemy presence at backdoor, and he's going to be trying to hold down the fort there. The question is, can he flick it right? Machine Gun is looking for something to get an opening frag on bomb site B, and typically where he goes, the rest of the team goes as well. Looks like he won't go into B just yet.
And we'll be maybe taking liberties. Rolex gets the first.
Uh-oh. Reload at the wrong time. Nearly. Ahead. He's going to open it and get a second one. Nicely done by Rolex. Machine Gun realizes there are 2 men down, and this is going to make any push more difficult. He's being sprayed on. He flicks. He scores, and that's going to leave him with only 4 HP and a ton of scars. Going to be pushing now into bomb site B. He's going to be changing the angle. He catches someone, flicks, but misses. And that is going to be him watching the backdoor flicks for the win. He carries the weight of 2 fallen teammates. Then a third. What is this with 4 HP and 3 kills? All in 20 seconds time span. Can he get away with... No, he couldn't get away with an ace in this condition, could he?
He might be forced to. Rolex takes the first. Braze finally takes the second, and now KB's going to be left alone to try and defend the site. He's back towards the bomb train front area. He's going to be challenged from the back, and Tor takes the headshot. Oh, sorry, the AWP shot, excuse me. And KB does fall a little bit too slow to the mark, and it will be Signature finally finding themselves a second. So no ace just yet. But it was close. 8-2 now, favouring the Mongolian side. Signature will have themselves another double AWP to go into round 11.
Yeah, that costed them about 27k, and they only got, let me think here, $11,000 back in profits, I guess you could say. So this is definitely eating up the Mongols' bank, but to be honest, Signature CSGO needs one more round like that to really, really destroy the economy there for the Mongolian monstrosity that is the Mongols.
Once again, Signature will have themselves positioned out towards Ivy. Signature, in particular, Tor is watching out for anything on the tightest of angles over towards that Ivy area. And Mongols, well, will not give them any information so far. Once again, playing that passive style, a little bit of utility usage just to try and see if they can get any particularly lucky amount of tag damage, but nothing too significant for the T side. Lots of utility to work with. Once again, those smokes out for a potential execution that could come on through the flashbangs. It will be smoking out towards Ivy. Tor's got the smoke out as well. Duo's going to actually just get himself out of dodge instead. Once again, it will be the utility to try and push Signature out of positions, and it looks like smokes will be out towards the A site this time. Flashbangs and co. No particular pushes coming in. Bomb hasn't been picked up by anybody, but once again, they're running this time pretty low. They will head in towards Pop Dog, and it looks like it will be trying for the A site here. Tor gets spotted out, and he does get tagged away down to 53 HP. And 35 seconds, once again, Mongols running this one. It's so close to the wire. They have to go like now or never. Finally, a pick comes in for Tor. He gets traded back out, and now the AWP from Machine Gun. Aggression is his name, and he finds that first kill right there. To be SD on the back to however. He does lead this. He takes down one. KB's on 10 HP, but he's still going aggressive. Still takes down Gig. Still gets the refrag back to a 1-on-3 situation. The bomb will get planted, and Genius now in an awkward spot, trying to stop the bomb plant. It's not going to happen. It's behind the train, out towards the A corridor, and the Mongols would have cleaned themselves up a ninth.
Well, we see Signature CSGO immediately in that position that we didn't want to see happen previously, and that is immediately after they get a win, they get a loss, because you can see how this affects them economically. They're going to go with just upgraded pistols, it looks like. No armor to supplement that whatsoever. Genius is just going to be sticking with that USPS, and I don't see any unanimous 5-man rushes in one direction or another. That's going to be Machine Gun making the opening frags. This is just going to be almost like duck hunting coming in from Machine Gun this round. Second frag it will be. STK is coming in by Pop Dog. Is going to find one return frag, but... Oh, wait. Oh, man. This could actually be bad. He's got an AWP. Rolex does now. It's back to 3 versus 3. They just have to really make that count. AK and an AWP versus... 3 from the Mongols. This all depends on where the bullets connect and what time they connect, but the question is, do they want to make those bullets connect? And it looks like they just have the intentions of holding on to those weapons. For the past 10 seconds, they haven't budged. The bomb's already planted. no one could really blame them for this decision, excuse me. And with that being said, they'll be able to go into round 13 with a bit of hope and strong firepower on their sides. But the Mongols still, economically speaking, it's almost like Trump made Mongolia great again. You know what I mean?
I mean, fair play. Sure, that's a good comparison. Rolex will at least have himself an AWP for the Signature side, and that'll be dropped into what should be a force buy coming out here from the Signature team. Mongolia, like you said, lots of money in the bank for them. 11,000 on KB in particular. He is the power player, the dropping player for the Mongolian team, but meanwhile the rest of it is looking pretty damn fine. Signature 2 M4s, 2 UMPs, and the AWP saved from the last round. The question is, will they able to make it work? It's actually going to be a total change of pace from the CT side. They're going aggressive. They're going to take that first onto KB, clear out any B-side push that could come through early on in this matchup. And that would be 3 players to deal with for the Mongolian team if they do decide to go for the B execution once again. Tor, flick, leg onto Sugo, 16 HP, and now we're back to a 4-on-5 situation. And Mongols have been early on aggressed away from any particular push that they could possibly find.
Indeed, and as this round progresses, I mean, it's 4 versus 5, but that hasn't stopped the Mongols previously. We've seen them in situations where they're strongly outgunned and outnumbered, but they managed to pull back anyway. It's almost like they doesn't afraid of anything, you know what I mean? But I think BNW Giggs is probably going to shut this down. Machine Gun, he's still alive though. That's the star player. That's the key, right?
Yeah, it might be a very key one for the Mongolian team. Of course, AWP in his hands. But it's still going to be a 3-on-5 to work with here. 45 seconds on the clock. They're running the clock very, very low. Genius holding an aggressive angle will be forced to back away as he has got the information he needs. And it looks like it will be an A-side, excuse me, a B-side push. Well, I can't even tell my A from my B, bloody hell. Going to be the B-side push, it looks like, with the smokes out. Tor's going to get, well, losing all vision from both heaven and ramp now. And the Mongols, well, they'll have to watch their basis as well, because Signature are also setting up a backstab. The bomb's not actually been picked up, so this could actually end up extremely poorly if they manage to get the bomb right here. It'll be Sugo pushing in the first, going to be taken down in 10 seconds. They haven't even got themselves close to the bomb site. Rolex is going to end up falling to the AWP, but this match is all long and gone. It will be a third round on the board for Signature. Mongols are forced to be able to save this AK and this AWP into the next round here.
Oh no, I don't think that's the plan. Oof. Backfires on Genius though. He was trying to make it 0 profit and rob them of a weapon. If he had done that, it would have been, this round could have looked catastrophic for Machine Gun. At least, excuse me, for the entire Mongols roster. One of those moments that makes you hold your breath just a little bit at the end of the round. But as it stands now, it looks like we're going to be seeing Signature CSGO trying to take the fight to Mongols once again. They do have 3 rounds on the board. I'd say, you know, I mean, where there's a will, there's a way. I've said it previously, but Machine Gun making that opening frag, I'd say it's just about Dash Cokes coming in from Signature CSGO on this round. Togo coming in, getting that double as they make their way now into sight. 1 HP on that player. I don't know. This might be doable if Genius and Tor can just connect those bullets in the right manner. At least they can. They could possibly bring it back to a 2 versus 2. That's what I mean.
Yeah, 2 players on 12 and 1 HP. It could connect those bullets, and actually it will be Tor taking down one of the stronger ones there. Machine Gun falls. AWP out to play for the Mongolian team. Actually going to go challenging. Actually takes the kill anyway. So what am I even saying? You can't beat a man on 12 HP, especially when he's from the Mongols team, and they will have themselves an 11th. And Signature falling into this trap of not being able to find themselves consecutive rounds. It's something that really hurts a lot of tier 2 teams, a lot of Razer star teams. It's the fact that they get rounds, they get some really good rounds, they put a dent in the Overdog's economy, and then suddenly they aren't able to string that one together. They're forced to save weapons, they're forced to force fire, they're forced to eco. And in a situation where Signature are in, where they're 3-11 down on round number 15, this is going to be a pretty tough buyback from these guys. They obviously don't want to just go running in with an eco. They have to buy up as much as they can. 2 M4s, 1 UMP45, a Mag 7 on Rolex, and something that could be a particular game changer if Mongols decide to go head over towards Drop Dog. And it will be actually early aggression from KB. Gets taken down by STK to start things off. So, actually, this is going to be a very good push coming in. Genius gets one onto Sugo. Nogu comes back into one onto Giggs and looking for that spray down, tapping away with the
Finds the tracers
through the smoke. There it is. The tracers come through. 3 on 3 now. now, and the CTs have rotated out towards B, watching out for anyone who decides to push them through. NCL's got himself the presence, and the bomb is on its way back there. It's going to be a kill that comes in from STK. They take the man advantage, but there's still an AK and an AWP to be dealing with. NCL takes one back. STK still going aggressive, one straight into the AWP crosshair, and now NCL one taps onto Tor, takes the headshot, and it will be 12-3 to the favor of the Mongols. A very, very dominant T-side half.
Yeah, it's typically the last 2 rounds of any half, or rather, it's typically the last 2 rounds that you see of the first half, rather, that you see players doing these crazy plays. Like we saw KB there with 12 HP, peeking and then getting that headshot, and then at this last round, we actually saw Signature CSGO doing better than they usually do. It's basically because, okay, well, we've got to be aggressive. We've got to try something new to at least put one more round on the board. But now they stand 4 rounds away from defeat, and the question is, can they climb their way back to victory or overtime? They've only got 4 rounds of leeway to work with. I'd say that the odds are not in their favor. USPS's natural firepower advantage, defender's advantage coming in from MongolZ. The fact that they only have a single smoke shows how confident they are in their aim, and they've got 4 Kevlar vests to back it up. The same, very much the same coming from CSGO, Signature CSGO, excuse me. 1 utility man, and the rest of the team has nothing but armor. It's going to be 2 for 2 already. Backdoor being held by Togu fairly well. NCL is going to be reinforcing and possibly avenging his teammate. No, it looks like we're going to be seeing Signature CSGO coming in and taking this one.
A really good round as well from them, because now they get themselves back into what could potentially be a very dominant, a very good scoreline for them. Pistol round, hopefully those 2 conversions, assuming Mongols don't shut it down. Rifle round will put them on 8-12, and that could be a very good scoreline that they could come back from against the CT side. So they will apply up, both teams will. The Eagles, 5.7s, a scout and a defuse kit for NCL and the Mongols. Meanwhile, Signature, 2 AKs, a Galil, 2 UMPs to work with. And by the looks of things, well, once again, they will play actually fairly aggressive. I was going to say they're playing fairly passive, not going to let those unnecessary picks come on through. It will be Tor getting that first, tapping away for the second, and we'll find Sugu a 3-on-5 situation, and the Mongols will have fallen apart pretty much. Again, pretty standard stuff that we would expect to see. Maybe a couple of kills here and there as KB goes for that first one dig. Can't get the shot, will peek out and get the second. Nicely done, AK in his hands. And retake or save, honestly, probably a good decision for him to make. But he's going to get spotted out. He'll have to take the challenge onto Rolex, who will take him down a little bit of HP. KB finally does get the kill. He's still got to land on 1 onto Giggs, but it's not going to happen. The Deagle shot will not happen. A 3-on-2 situation. Signature will have cleaned this one up pretty nicely. NCL, can he make it anywhere near expensive? He scopes out at the wrong point, and the grenade will do a little bit of damage to Genius, but Genius is going to 9 before he can even throw it. Dobu, 1 versus 3 situation. Back towards Pop Dog. No defuse kit in his hand, looking for those exits. Deagle in his hand. Will he find the shots? Taps it onto STK. No, it's not going to happen, but he'll have to back off. So a 5th round will expectedly be on the board for Signature. At the very least, Mongols will have 1 player staying alive into round number 18.
Indeed, and he's also going to have the armor and deagle that he had on the previous round as well. So nicely done coming in from Signature CSGO, but I'd say this isn't, you know, Mongols in their, how do I say this, their best form going up against Signature CSGO, obviously, as they only had upgraded pistols to work with at the beginning of the last round, as well as a scout. But the fact, you know, the question is, when they get to a rifle round, will we be able to see Signature CSGO able to stand up against that? There's, you know, there's a significant difference between the AK-47 and the M4 in hand. You can see right now that, for the most part, we just see the Mongols kind of getting cleaned up. There is 1 exchange coming in as machine gun comes into, what's the word I'm looking for? A blindsiding shot onto Tor. But for the most part, it's almost a flawless victory coming in from Signature CSGO.
6-12 now. Mongols still in the lead, but Signature are themselves a potential way back into it. It's going to be the rifle round coming into play here, and this is going to be the very important one for both these teams. Mongols looking to try to see if they can stop Signature before they can get any further with this one. and get themselves, well, a little bit further and closer to that map point here. Signature just looking to get themselves back into this matchup, but it will be Mongols that take that first pick. STK comes back on the machine gun. His aggression, he ends up paying for it. But meanwhile, KB's got himself some more aggression out towards the Ivy area, takes it out and gets the CT control of that particular area of the map. 4-on-3, 3-on-3. Giggs comes in, AWP shot, and STK has himself presence towards the B side, but I don't know how much information he has because NCL's back there behind the smoke playing close range. He's going to get forced away, and he will actually try to take the challenge onto STK, but no kill comes in. STK takes himself a second of the round. Back to a 2-on-3 situation. It favors the T side now. And Mongols a little bit scattered here. Dobu and KB, what can they find? It will be Dobu challenging onto STK, taps away, finds himself the kill. And now it will be the B side push. They've got to call it in at this point. A minute to go. And it will be the bomb plant that should come in from Signature here.
Indeed. So now we have, looks like Signature CSGO, just, this is looking like it's as even as it's going to get for them. And the important part is they have to be able to hold their ground at that bomb. If they can't, this could actually come a little bit earlier than I expected. You can see, like, where if you just give Mongols a little bit of a sliver of a chance, they'll be able to make something out of it. But that's Dobu, now looking for the last remaining terrorist before he's forced to defuse. He's going to be put in a very uncomfortable position. He can't get to the bomb. Does he have a kit? He does. Yes, but that is still one player with just 4 HP left on him. 4-shot him down. I think one of the bullets went through wood. And now this is a round that the Mongols are forced to give to Signature CSGO, albeit they'll lose every single penny that they had to spend, or that they earned off the back of it, because it's essentially a negative profit. But that is it. 7 rounds on the board for Signature CSGO.
We are going to have ourselves a quick technical pause once again. Ping issues coming in this time. Well, actually, it is going to be for the Mongols once again. Slight problem we keep having here in the Asian region of the tournament, but we'll get back into this one shortly. Honestly, do you know what? If this was a tactical pause, you know, it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest as well, because the Mongols are going to have to pretty devastated losing that rifle round. They will have given Signature what could potentially be their way back into this map, and what could potentially be their way back into a very good series from them. Because correct me if I'm wrong, I do believe that this was actually the Mongols' pick.
I do believe you're correct. Let me double check on that. Mongols pick train, that's right. Could be one of their heavier trained maps, no pun intended. And what? I'm American. That's how Americans talk.
My God, please.
I'm not kidding. I'm really not. It's no pun intended. But when we stop and examine the situation of that previous round that they were in, when you get $1,500 worth of kills and the bomb plant altogether, you're talking about then the bomb plant and successful detonation, you're talking about the entire team making a grand total of $18,000. Then if they bought 4 AKs and just a set of nades, no Molotovs whatsoever, then you're talking about them losing $4,700 a piece. That's bringing it to $24,000. And they only profit by $18,000. That, you know, they lost $6,000 on that round, that most recent round. So this is actually putting Signature CSGO a little bit in the hole. But they still have rounds, or excuse me, they still have rifles. They had rifles rather. Dobu, well, Togu. Well, this turned itself on its head real quick. All right. Well, nonetheless, we'll be seeing Tor and STK coming back in and reversing this a little bit, bringing it back to a 3 versus 3, and now the most important, the most important weapons are no longer on the players who are alive, as they've been taken down. STK gets himself another for the round, and it's all on Togu. He's got Kevlar and an AK, however.
It looks like he's going to try for this retake as well, so rather than opting to save that for the next round, get themselves a stronger buy in the next one, he's actually going to go ahead and sneak through the smoke. Does he spot him out? He spots out the legs, but he can't have the tag damage. And it will be the AWP that takes him out of the action. Back to 8-12 here. Mongols still in the lead, but once again, Signature winning that rifle round, getting themselves back into this potential one. And look at this coming out from Sugo.
Jay, I got a very good question. I have a very good question. Can you give me the answer?
Shoot, mate, go for it.
I haven't casted Counter-Strike Global Offensive in 6 months. When did Train become a terrorist-sided map?
We were talking about this yesterday because Train came up and it was absolutely dominant on the T side, and Well, it looks like it's going to be history repeating itself. I'm not sure if this is a meta shift because I have no idea myself. It will be early challenges from SDK out towards NCL, taking him down out of the action. Dobu trying back finally, but Giggs is on the backstab, and now the auto sniper is going to be left connected to try and defend. Taps away a one headshot on Giggs. 3 versus 3. Only 3 on the site to try and defend. AWP finally takes Sugo back out of the action, and now it's just an F4 and an AWP to work with on the Mongolian team. It falls 1. KB left alive, and Rolex will take himself a double in round number 21. 9 rounds on the board for the Signature team. Another pause will be called in. It's going to be tech pause for the Mongolian side.
I don't see any ping issues on these guys.
Oh no, yeah, no, 242 is totally not a problem whatsoever. No, guys. It's a bit...
All right.
Slight issue.
Yeah.
But we will get back into this one. Honestly, do you know what? Talking of pauses, I'm very surprised that the Mongols haven't used any of their tactical pauses, because at this point, if you're losing 6 rounds in a row, like you've had a fantastic T-side half, and now you're starting to lose this one to Signature pretty convincingly, like you got to call it out, call a timeout, and just think to yourself, right, what on earth is going on here? How are we losing this one, and how can we get ourselves back into it?
Like, yeah, I mean, I think this is a part where maybe, you know, both sides, even during a technical timeout like this, they're just giving each other moral talks. Maybe they've called in Les Brown or Eric Thomas. But that being said, I don't think that this is going to be absolutely savage to them. They just need a little bit of time to pull themselves together. And maybe we'll be seeing Mongols taking this map, maybe not. The fact of the matter is, this round is going to be an eco of some sort. But they're trying to play off of machine gun, spending a little bit more money than the rest of the team on a UMP and some Kevlar.
Yeah, this is definitely Southeast Asian style. Buy up as much as you can, whenever you can. UMP out for machine gun. A couple of flashbangs, couple of frag grenades. But Signature, this should be a round that goes to their favor pretty easily, and they kind of realize it themselves. They're rushing straight in towards the A site and see what they can find. AK is out, Nabugo's challenging, SDK takes him down. Sugu takes the first for the CET side, but Tor trades it out. Genius gets one in connection as well. And NCL and Machine going to be left alone alive. 2 versus 4 situation. The quality does not work out for the Mongolian side. Oh, as I say that, NCL, 2 nice kills, takes down Tor, takes down STK. Still got to deal with Rolex. It's a 1 versus 2. And sadly, it does get shut down. At the very least, Mongols have themselves the 3-man damage to the economy on the Signature side. But, well, it was going to be a pretty futile effort, nonetheless, for the Mongolian side. They will buy up AWP. Will it be out in play? No, it will not be. It will be the full M4s for the CTs.
Yeah, okay, well, this is just, I'd say it's a little bit breathless, the comeback that we're seeing from Signature CSGO right now. At least it leaves me a little bit speechless. I wouldn't say breathless. I'm at a loss for words for it. I don't think this is poor performance coming in from the Mongols, but it could just be that Signature CSGO has practiced their terror side on this map just as much as the Mongols have. That being said, however, I'd like to go ahead and highlight that the Mongols have not taken a single round since they've switched to the CT side. This might be the moment where it changes, however, as NCO gets the opening frag. He's going to have to backpedal a bit, but there's Tor for bringing it back to 4 versus 4. BMW Giggs is going to bring it back to a 4 versus 3. And Dobu's there to redirect the balance of the force. He's going to be going now into control room. Just chilling, and it looks like now we're going to be seeing Signature CSGO reconsider any options of getting into bomb site A through their original positioning, that is to say the front door, but it's going to be now Togu all on his lonesome at connector. Did they go B? Yes, they do, and that's going to be Togu rotating in. They know where he is as well. His position's been called if he hasn't been heard already. That is... it looks like he just wants to salvage his weapon at this point. That is 8 rounds now that Signature CSGO have not been stopped. Mongols at maximum loss bonus. I don't see them able to purchase anything amazing off the back of the next round, unless maybe they do some kind of a really crazy force buy. We're talking about FAMASs getting mixed with maybe P90s or UMPs or something of that nature, but in all honesty, whatever buy they go in with this round should probably be considered lackluster. It's going to be less than optimal. No AWPs available whatsoever. There it is. Something of a force buy, but it's an economic force buy. Add 3,200 to everything. Yeah, I mean, just add 3,200, 32, excuse me, not 32, 3,400 to everything you see there, and you'll see that next round they should be able to afford rifles, is what I need to say. All rifles.
For now, it will just be, like you said, the Eco Force coming in. 2 UMPs, 2 M4s, 1 CZ KB. And Machine Gun will already have fallen the star player of the Mongolian team, just hasn't been able to show whatsoever this half. Tor, meanwhile, is doing some serious work with his AWP, takes one, Rolex gets another, KB chimes in, and Dobie takes one. He didn't hit the footsteps, though. That's going to cost him big time as Dobie takes himself yet another kill. He goes falling to Giggs, 3 versus 2 situation. This has not worked out for the Mongolian side whatsoever now. 2 players left alive. One's challenging back towards Ivy if Genius decides to go there. One's out towards Connector. This is going to be, well, a difficult round to say the least if Mongolia want to try and take things back to Demon Stevens. Giggs goes challenging, takes down Sugu. And now KB left alone in a 1 versus 3 situation with 20 HP. This Molotov pretty much should kill him. It's going to be the frag grenade that does it instead. And now, Signature. What a monstrous, literally not a single round, like you said, on the board for the Mongolian side. 9 rounds in a row, and Signature will even things up to 12 here. Full buy coming in from Mongolia. Machine Gun with the AWP. Can he do anything with it whatsoever?
Yeah, back to your remark about Dobu not catching on to the footsteps to his right side. I couldn't really blame him for that position. I'm no pro gamer, Guardian Elite or anything like that. But the fact of the matter is, I look at a situation like that and I think to myself, well, I would think that if you're not on a tier 1 team in Europe, you would probably think that that's a position that would be difficult to not really catch on to, not hear the footsteps. You would expect those footsteps to be your teammate coming to reinforce you, or at least being on the other side of that train. Now it's back to 3 versus 3 as we see a heavily heated exchange on A site. It's going to be STK leading the charge into this. Is this the round where we see them break the tie and Signature CSGO put the 13th round on the board for themselves? They've certainly slated themselves to do so. 1 versus 3 now, and that's Tor coming in, taking down Kabi.
3 kills.
You know what?
Go on for it.
Nah, you first. Go ahead. I'm just going to do a little bit of web browsing and double check my research before I say anything.
Well, Tor in particular, 3 kills for him. The AWP for Signature going ham, but the AWP player for MongolZ, Machine Gun, just absolutely showing nothing. And it's absolutely tragic for him. He has some easy kills, and he just whiffed the shots. And for the Mongolian side, this is going to be absolutely dire for them now. They will try to rush down tactics once again with just pistols to work with, and it works out once again so close to try and getting those kills. Rolex and STK, 19 and 1 HP, but they're just not able to land those kills, and Genius will take that first. Finally, the frag grenade. Can he land anything with it on NCL? He doesn't. It all just comes for naught on the Mongolian team. They will have themselves, at the very least, a first pick. But it's still very, very difficult to try and find this one here. They will hold back towards A site. Signature look to go in that general direction. AK is out. They've taken these Angels before, and they can take them again. But Sugo's got himself an AK-47, takes one back, trades with a 3-on-3, a 3-on-2 now. It's going to be a 2-go, going ham for the ace in the round. Will he find it? No, we get stolen away. But at the very least, MongolZ finally find themselves a 13th to bring themselves a tie up once again, and 3 AKs recovered for the Mongolian side. This is going to be heavy relievement of investment for this next round.
Yeah, and something I also want to highlight is that even though we see that this is only the first round that Signature CSGO has dropped against the Mongols since switching over to terrorist side, their economy has not, it's not amazing. It's not at that unbreakable point. It never was. So if we see Signature CSGO shut down on this round, the next round could be even more difficult, especially if they do not get that bomb plant down. Giggs would probably most likely be without an AK-47, but again, that's with black and white 5-0. That is to say, players standing at the end of the round in favor of the Mongols. Such a hypothetical situation. NCL should be able to see that.
Yeah, he did spot the information. He get himself priorities over towards the green train. Can't land the cross this time, however. as it looks like it will be execution coming into the signature side. Dobu takes Tor, second, third. Good God almighty, Dobu! What are you doing, Gigs? Last man alive, NCL takes the kill, and Mongols reclaim their lead, but good God almighty, Dobu, what are you bloody made of?
My God, whatever he had for breakfast, I want it double.
Damn straight. I can't even argue with that one.
Oh man, that was just, oh my God, that play. That quad was just, it was absolutely disgusting, as Red Eye would say. But now here we are, we see Signature CSGO in that, not absolutely putrid position to be in, but if they get knocked back on this round, it's just not going to be pretty. They change up the positioning a little bit. It works out just fine for them on the 27th round. And now here we are in the 28th. NCL gets the opening strike. Signatures, Rolex is there for the return. KB there for the trade in favor of his team, bringing it back to 4-3. Now we're going to be seeing Togu listening for those footsteps of Factos. He sees the pop flash. He's going to be trying to get down 2 players, but he only gets them down at half HP. SDK and Tor are going to be putting the team up 1 man. Now it's all in Machine Gun and Kabi. Those guys are the carries, let me tell you. But looks like Machine Gun, I don't know, maybe something's up with his reflexes or something, because he's not the top fragger on his team for this map. It's actually Dobu, courtesy of that quad he made last round. He is going to be boosted above Ticket Booth, however. Now they're just waiting for the terrorist side to start trickling into the site. 2 versus 2.
Genius will make some noise. Machine Gun
saw
spots
ahead.
him out, picks up
there it
the
is.
kill right there. It's going to be Tor left alone, alive, and a 1 versus 2 for the AWP play. He's going to have to 3K clutch it. Spots out the first as he realizes the second is on top of Ticket, but he peeks out, spots the cross, but he double peeks straight into the clutches of them, takes the first kill,
What?
bombs down. It's not planted. 2
2
HP for the man. Machine Gun, will you find the kill? No! Tor gets the flick, almighty! Are you kidding me? Signature, bring another round back, and Mongols are crushed under the weight of another tie. 14-14 this next round. This one is for match point.
More or less, yes, you're right. I mean, like, this one determines so much. Both teams have been brought down to the grind, economically speaking, but there's still a chance for overtime, although the team that loses this round, it's just not going to be in favor. Can we get a huge wave of Pog champs in chat, please? That last round was just crazy.
Look at the setup. Hang on, Mongols, they've got 3 sniper rifles in this round. What on earth is going on? Are they really this confident? What on earth are these guys doing?
I think they're just trying to make those bullets connect wherever they can. And now Dobu, he's over by Electric Box, Pop Dog, whatever you want to call it, that area. And he is trying to hold down the ladder room, but his position is more or less revealed. But that's the opening frag coming in from KB. He makes it count. And I think that AWP, that triple AWP setup was meant to cover him. His teammate at bomb site B, that would say, if there was one. That's going to be Togu getting a little bit aggressive there, but it's irrelevant, his positioning on the minimap. Going to be seeing Machine Gun doing the double kills and the real carry. It's all on Genius now, and it looks like this is Mongol slated for match point if they can just get away with this one and only round. There it is, triple killed by Machine Gun, playing like he's 007 or something.
3 kills for him in the round. 15-14 now. Mongolia have themselves a match point signature. They're playing for overtime at this point, but look at this. The force buy is going to be extremely weak for them. 3 Tech 9s, 2 P250s, armor, Kevlar, head armor, flashbangs, 5 smokes. The execution game has got to be real from these guys, and they've got to find themselves the close range battles in order to take those headshots. But this is more unlikely. Is the least to say it here. It's going to be the split setup over towards Pop Dog, over towards the A site as well. STK with the bomb in his hands, and you can see the smokes are pretty much set up and ready to try and deal with this one. But Mongolia, will they be able to fight themselves back into what could potentially be a fantastic round? KB sprays down 2, looks for the third with the P250, drops the bomb, has all the information. Now the rest of the CTs, they are rotating in their fullest. The Molotov is out to block them from getting any further. It looks like they might just go ahead and try to take the damage anyway to get the bomb. But look at this, they've got loads of time on their hands here. M4 recovered for the signature side. Mongols set up to deal with this if they can, in any way they can. Quick rotations can come in, and Sugu has got himself a lot of aggression at Signature. It doesn't look like they've accounted for this whatsoever. They could end up getting sprayed down. The smokes are out, and they will get themselves set up for the cross. Sugu going to go aggressive. He takes down the bomb planter once again. Signature get peaked. Second spray comes through, but is he going to find it? The question is, yes, he will. And Tor falls to NCL. It will be 16 to 14 Mongols eventually